back to Gina's Art Adventures. Today we're going to be recreating a painting I've already done before, but I want to show the technique I used to create the sky. I'll show you the picture right here. Beautiful. I love it. It's my favorite so far. So, colors you'll need is pretty simple. You'll need titanium white and very, very little Phthalo Green, Phthalo Blue. We got some Mountain Mix, some Pression Blue, some Midnight Black, Alizarin Crimson, Dark Sienna, and Dyke Brown. Okay. First color we're going to start off with is actually the Phthalo Blue. Now, here you got to decide where you're going to have your waterfall. Is it going to be how much of the sky you want and how much of the river or lake you want. Okay, I think I want to put my waterfall right about there. So you need to figure out where you want it and then go over and then arch this up. Now you can always make this bigger later on, but it would be harder to make it smaller. Oh, by the way, there is a thin coat of liquid clear on the canvas. As you see, this is pretty bold right here. I'm going to keep arching it out, arching it out. Okay, keep arching out. You see I'm sitting here and stopping, because this is my horizon line, okay? Arch it out. Just keep going up. Okay? Arching it and arching it out. Okay, we're going to come down here. Again, we're just going to come across here, leaving the center. Just like that. So I'm going to come down a little bit. So this is where my waterfall is going to be. So I want to keep that as white as I can. So I'm not going to put any of the Phthalo Blue right there. I do apologize. I have my cat running around here. If I left her outside, she would scratch at the door. You can come back with a little bit more Phthalo Blue. If you want some more down here, and just pull that across the canvas. All the way across and down as far as you want. I'm going to go about right here and stop. Keep arching this up. Arching this up. You also come back and grab some of this. Okay. Now we're going to go over here with the Pression Blue. Same thing. Leave a little bit of the center, not too much. And we're going to arch it over. Arch it over. Come as close to the sides as you want. You can go pretty close to the sides. Keep arching it. I know you won't really be able to see it, but this is one of the magic paintings. Keep arching and arching, arching. Now I'm not going to go all the way to the top. Just stop. Just before this top. Kind of leave the corners and a little bit on the top. Okay. Bring a little of that Phthalo Blue and the Pression Blue. Let the two of them meet now. Keep pulling it in. These two colors, you can actually have a mix. It doesn't matter. But I leave a little bit of the Phthalo Blue on its own right here. I'll come back down here, across the bottom. All the way across the bottom, edge to edge. Now you see the blue border. This is a 16 by 20 canvas. and I put a 1-inch border of tape on it because my canvas, my easel doesn't allow me to set it up the way I want to. But that's okay. This nice little border, we can decorate it later. Just pull it across, pull it across. All right. Feel like you need a little bit more. Come down here. Come down here. Just a little bit more Pression Blue down here at the bottom. All the way across. Okay. Now we're going to clean our brush just a little bit. We're going to use a paper towel. I'm not going to dip it in paint thinner right now. We don't really need to clean the brush too much. We just need to get some of the paint off. Because really, if I really wanted to clean this, I'd have to put in the paint thinner. Right now, we're not going to do that. Just swish, swish, swish. There you go. Basically, you just want to leave the stain on the brush. Okay. It's lighter and lighter, okay. So here's another fun magic part. We're going to dip our paintbrush into Alizarin Crimson. And we're going to figure out how much blue and how much purple we want. So I'm going to come right here, about right here. Again, just arch it over. Arch it over. Okay. Arch and arch. Okay. You choose how much blue you want and how much purple you want. If you want more purple than blue or more blue than purple, this is your world. You decide on the level of purple. If you want no purple, you don't have to put purple. Say you want purple and pink, make sure to leave a little blank spot in the middle before you put your purple down, or put your purple down and then, no, don't do that. So Phthalo Blue, blank spot, Pression Blue, come in here. In the first row of Alizarin Crimson, we'll still have that pink effect. You don't want to use bright red on this because it has the wrong, has more of an orange color than a, basically it's more on the cool, bright red is more warm than it is cool. Kind of see what this purple is. Here's a purple preview. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a little bit more, pull off some of this, come up here, pull this up. I'm going to come down here. I'm just going to put a little purple down here in the corners. Nothing big, just a little purple right there. Okay? Alright. Now the next color we're going to get, we're going to come over here to our Midnight Black. Get a little Midnight Black on our brush. Remember those corners that had no color? These are going to help keep our corners dark, the top dark. And actually this will help us in a little bit. Alright, let's come over here. Now we're just going to have this in the sky. We're not going to have it down here in the water. Just up here in the sky, right here in the corners. A little bit at the top, just mostly in the corners. Alright. Again, we're going to take our brush and clean it off. Clean it off. Clean the brush. I'm trying to get that as clean as possible. Again, I'm just using my paper towels. I'm not using any paint thinner right now. Okay. Just sitting here cleaning the brush. Alright. Pretty clean. Get a little more. Swish, swish, swish. Kind of my version of beating the devil out of the brush without making a mess all over my bedroom. Now we're going to take a little Phthalo Blue, okay, and take a little bit of this Phthalo Green, okay. Just kind of have it here on the tip of my brush. Now I'm going to see if I can remember, because I can't really see it. Right here. Just right here in the center. Just right there. I'm going to put a little Phthalo Green right there. That's it. That's all you want. Come over here. Maybe just wipe this off a little bit more. All right. Okay, so clean the brush and set it aside. Now I got another clean 1-inch brush here. Now if you only have one of each, you can go ahead and use your 2-inch brush for the first part, or you can clean out your other one. I'm not going to clean it off right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here in this titanium white, get the brush loaded up. Nice amount of titanium white. I'm sorry for the shaky. Let's get some more music back here. Hopefully to drown out the sound of the traffic outside. So we got our brush. Now I'm going to start right here. No, actually, no. Before I do anything else, before I touch the colors, let's keep the center pure as possible. The whiter the better. You can add a little yellow to help brighten this up, but I didn't like it. So come here to the center. Remember, there's no color right here. So just wrap it around, roll it around. Okay. You want it a little bit more paint right here. There you go. And keep this center as pure as possible, because this right here. And now we're going to start going into a little bit here. So now we're going to start crisscrossing out. Okay, soft little crisscrosses out into the color, just softly. This isn't quite 2 hairs in a air, but just softly. Okay, come back up here. As I said, this is the time that if you want to add more blue to the center, you can go ahead and make this circle, this bright sunny spot, a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go in here. I'm actually going to pull some of this white back out. Actually, I'm going to take the blue off my brush and pulling the white out. Still has a little bit, not as much. And we're just going to soft crisscross motions. Just softly. I want to add a little bit, kind of looks blinding right now, right? Especially on the camera. There you go. Okay. Now we're just going to softly work it out. Work it out. Okay. Take a little bit of that blue off. And just, we'll bring a little bit more. Just kind of dabbing off some of that blue so I don't contaminate the white. Okay. And come across here where our horizon is. Pull that across. pull this across. Same 1-inch brush. And come back in. Some more titanium white. Now we're just gonna tap, 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 tap. I'm gonna tap, tap. You don't have to go in a circular motion. You don't have to go with the arch. I just like going around with the arch. You don't want to add too much white. I want to leave a little bit of that dark. You see we're coming into the purple. Tap, 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 tap. Pull this up a little bit closer. Camera doesn't know what to do. It's like, how does it focus? Hopefully your easel doesn't bounce around as much as mine. I'm just using a cheap, $20 easel from Walmart. It works better in my classroom. In my bedroom. Yes, I am in my bedroom. Tap, tap, tap. Keep going out. If you want more white, just go ahead and reload that white. Okay. Just tap, 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 tap. All the way around. Just keep tapping. Oops. Move my light. Just keep tapping. Until you've reached the edge of the canvas. Here it doesn't really matter. We're going to put some kind of like boulders, mountains in. Just tap, 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 tap. Switch the brush around. I just want to keep tap, 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 tap. Except for we don't want to tap up where we put the midnight black. It's the only area we don't want to tap out into. Okay, just keep tapping. Okay, I'm going to stop. Not quite, but almost. I think I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. Come over. People like asymmetrical stuff, so I try to keep it even as possible. Keep tapping, keep tapping. Now, this looks pretty cool. You can add a little bit more white. You know, so if you think this area is like too dark, you want to add some more white, go ahead and add some more white. Okay. And clean my brush a little bit, come into titanium white again. Not too much titanium white, we want it a little bit muted. So here, right here, I want this to be pretty white. So I'm just gonna come over, clean off some of that blue. Come back here in this titanium white. And come out. We're actually going to get wider and wider as we come closer to the bottom of the canvas. Okay. Right now it might not look like much. When we blend this out, it's gonna look pretty cool. Again, just kind of down here. You want to go out to the almost to the edges. Again, we're gonna have rocks and boulders sitting here on the side. All right, so I just want to take a brush and just go over and let's blend these streaks out. You can always add a little bit more white later. I like how, so this is the area where we had no color. And as I said, we're going to have mountains right there. Or boulders or giant rocks, however you want to classify them as. You just want to make sure in this area you go straight across, okay? Water will seek its own level, so it's going to want to be flat. So here, get too much white because you want to have a triangle. So I will come in with my old blue one. You see, but you know, if we have it like this, kind of like how that looks. Okay. Using the dirty blue brush I had that I didn't fully clean. Help bring these in. Help soften these corners. Or the edges. Oh, see? Should have cleaned it. I'm just cleaning it on my napkin. Nothing fancy. There you go. Now if you're like, oh no, went too far, just go ahead and grab some of the Phthalo Blue. Maybe a little bit of this Pression Blue. Good way to add the dark back in. Just make sure to clean your brush. That's where I'm getting this, is I didn't clean the brush. Alright, so now you can leave the sky like this. You can add some stars. Or come back here with our white brush. Starting here, we're going to work our way out. We're just going to crisscross. Soft crisscross. Again, we're just going to work in this arch. Going up and around. Okay. Keep going off and around. I want to keep some of those dark spots, so we're not going to do too much. If we need to add those dark spots in, I'll show you how to add them back in. Just keep working out. Okay. Keep working out. If your hand gets tired, go ahead and switch to the other one. As some of you guys can probably see, I am a left-handed artist. Of course, I am filming this upside down because it's the best view I got. keep going around. Yeah. All the way around. Now we want to come back in. These are actually going to pull some of these other colors, give it a more ombre look. Okay, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna clean my brush, knock some of that white off. Again, come back in here, softly X's. Right, some music. I'll come in here. I'm cleaning my brush again, trying to get as much of that paint off. And come down here in the dark where we have the midnight black. I'm actually going to pull that down into the darkness of the sky. I kind of feel like I put a little bit too much white on here. You know, let's learn how to fix that. Again, midnight black up here. Try to keep those corners as dark as I can. But I do want to pull a little bit of the white up into the corners. At the same time, I'm pulling a little bit of the dark back down here. Okay. So you're like, it's a little bit too white for me. You want to add some more dark? I'm going to go in here with some of my Pression Blue. Just going to pull Pression Blue right here. Okay. Maybe I want a little bit more Pression Blue right there. Maybe I want to add a little bit more Phthalo Blue right here. Just keep pulling it in. Just add some of that dark back. Don't forget to clean your brush in between. Maybe you want to add a little bit more purple. So I went to Phthalo Blue and Alizarin Crimson. Add some more purple in. And you're like, Gina, I can see the purple, but looks like you're just throwing black on there. Watch. Look at that. Of course, with the camera, it kind of looks like it's blue. Yes. These are like lobs. More Alizarin Crimson. Okay. Maybe you go over here and you're like, oh man, it's not what I wanted. This is what I want. Kind of like that white spot right there. Going a little of this midnight black. Pull it out, pull it down. Just pulls it up into the corners. Pull it a bit down, pull it down. Kind of have a cloud effect. Phthalo Blue. So I do like the Phthalo Blue right here. Yes. Just keep working it. You are the master of your universe. You decide what colors to have and what colors not to have. You can experiment with the... So this is Pression Blue. Sorry, and Alizarin Crimson. So what if we do Phthalo Blue and Alizarin Crimson? Oh. See, I'm like that. Now if you're thinking, well, Gina, you're just taking your white away. Oh no, yeah, I am. We'll be putting some of the white back in. I want to keep that spot right there. Kind of looks like there's something peeking through there. Just keep working it. Keep working this until you are, well, 80% happy. A little bit more purple in here. Get a little too blue. A little more purple. I like the purple. Excuse me. I apologize for my hiccups. Maybe you can even combine the two blues. It is up to you on how to use your blues. Alright, so I'm liking this. Again, I'm going to wipe out as much of that paint as I can. Put that brush to the side. Now here it just looks really dark and kind of fuzzy. I mean, bright and kind of fuzzy, but... Just want to add some more white just right there. Again, a little bit more white. We're going to add that thick. I'm using my clean 1-inch brush, or 2-inch brush, I'm sorry. This is 2 inches. All right. Actually, this white looks like it's... Camera makes it look like it's fuzzy. Alright, so we're not going to fuss with this too much. There we go. Just soften this out. Across the bottom. Maybe add a little bit more white. A triangle within a triangle. Just cleaning off my brush. Cleaning off my brush because I want to come over here to the corners. Soften some of that white out. Soften that white out. Kind of make the colors blend. Now right here, I want to add a little bit more of the Phthalo Green. And Phthalo Green. As I said, you don't need a lot of Phthalo Green. Alright, I kind of have to add some of that white back in, but that's okay. Just want more green on my water. Cleaning my brushes. My brush. Singular brush right now. Alright, so I'm done fussing with the sky and water. Well, not done fussing with the sky. I'm going to take my liquid white. Uh-oh. It's been a while since I opened my liquid white. Actually, not too long. Alright. I'm going to need more of this. Oh, I didn't shake it. Note to self, please shake your titanium white. So all the pigment kind of settles to the bottom. The oil floats to the top. Alright, so my titanium white is mixed up. I'm going to grab our trusty palette knife. We're going to go. I'm going to start at the top. Just pull, flick. It's okay if it gets in the water. Okay. A little bit more. Kind of scraping it off a little bit. And just choose, where do you want these stars? Where are the stars in your universe? How many stars do you have in your universe? I kind of see how it just, bam. Even up here in the corners, we can add some more, add some less. We can have some clusters coming across. Maybe over here we got a huge cluster of stars. Just hanging out right there. There's a few more stars. I don't want too many more. Alright. Please note, this will get everywhere. We'll put the fan brush down. Close the paint so it doesn't get everywhere. You can look over here. You can see, kind of have these streaks, but you know what? That's okay. So we're going to take our script line brush, let fill down on the floor over here behind everything else. We're going to turn this into a shooting star. Drag that tail out. Okay. Maybe we have another shooting star right here. Just drag it. Okay. Kind of like how those splattered out. Maybe this one. The key to these is to drag out the point. Drag the point until actually it just stops. Okay, just drag the point out until it stops. You have as many as you want. I like that little dab right there. I want to add another star. I'm going to come over here. Try not to put my hand on the canvas. It's just sitting here on the side. Grab a little bit more of the other stars. This kind of has 4 or 6 points. Kind of hard to see. So you can come back in here with a little bit more liquid white. Starting from the center. Work your way out. Work your way out. So just here on the side. I'm not putting my hand on the canvas because that would be bad. Say you put that in there and you're like, I kind of do like that actually. I'm just gonna keep pulling this out. Maybe you're like, I like it, but no. Just come back in here. 2 hairs, some air. Tap, 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 tap. Destroy the ones around it? Yes, you will. I'm just doing 2 hairs. Maybe pull these other stars out. And like, that just leaves a void, Gina. I don't want a void. Blend it a little bit more. You can even blend the whole cluster. It's not what you want. Actually, kind of look like a comet. Make it a comet. Well, Earth is going to be destroyed. I don't want to make it into a comet now. Alright, we will have a comet. Come in here, little brush. This is your world. You can have whatever you want in it. If you want a comet to come in and destroy your world, it's up to you. Not really sure how to color and draw this, but you know. I guess it should be fiery, you know? Go with the comet. Maybe come into some of this mountain mix. We can do a swirling planet. Maybe we're not on Earth. Where are we? Who knows? A little bit more of this mountain mix. We'll stop fussing with this random thing. And it might disappear because we're going to put some stuff here. But it does look cool. I know I said I'm going to stop fussing with it, but... Okay, stop fussing. And you can keep the stars here in the water, or you can blend them out. Again, it is up to you. All right. I think I'm happy-ish. Add some more stars. Get some stars over this. Voila! You can't even add to the center because the center won't be affected too much. And the stars here in the water are just reflections of the stars in the sky. Okay. So I'm going to clean my palette knife off. As I said, we're going to have, appears to be mountain, I don't know. Maybe this mountain has a waterfall in it. So I'm going to take a little bit, my Dyke brown, some of my mountain mix, some Alizarin, no, yeah. Bunch of colors. Add some of my Phthalo Blue, Alizarin Crimson, some Dyke brown, some dark Sienna. Making mountain mix within mountain mix. Alright. Now let's decide. Pull you out here so you can see my mountains. Where are mountains? Where are these little hills? I'm going to start here. Always make them bigger. scrape it down. We'll do some more scraping here in a minute. So right now, just throwing this on here. Little roll of bead of paint. As I said, that little comet's gonna go by now. That's okay. Now you know, hey, if I want a comet, part of it will stay here. No. Bye, comet. And this is just a rough sketch of the mountain. Apologize for my bouncing. Scrape it down. Now when I have these colors here, I like to keep a little bit thicker than if I was doing a mountain. Now you can decide where this mountain is, how big these rock formations are. Sometimes you can already see how they plateau, move around. Kind of mix these colors together and they look like oil slicks. Kind of want it smaller in the front, bigger as we come down. The bluer something is, the further away it looks. So if you want these rock formations to look like they're further away from us, keep them blue. Add more blue. Whether it's the Phthalo Blue or the Pression Blue, add some more blue. Alright, so I'm not going to add any more paint. I'm already seeing some of the things. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit to help with the reflection. Pull it down. Basically, I'm cleaning my blade on the canvas. If you need a line to help you, you can do that. Pull down, pull down. We want to get some of this, much as the paint off with the reflection. Now don't get rid of this color. We will come back to it. Just clean off your knife. Try to keep your area as clean as you can. That'll help you in the long run. Okay? Including where you made the mess with the stars. Some of this paint will get everywhere. Alright. I have my dirty 1-inch brush. And come down here. Just gonna push, pull it down. Just lightly pull it down. We don't want to pull down too much. Come back in here. Clean this brush off. And you're going to want to pull to the side, because that's what's going to give us the water effect. Fool your brain into thinking that this is water. Just pull it across. Pull it across. Now if you want these darker areas, give it a little bit more light. Come back over here with your fan brush that has the liquid white. Add just a little white in here. Just like that. Okay. Clean our brush off. Just like that. Now these stars you can hear in this water. You pull them to the side. Now I'm going to add some highlights to my rocks here. Clean my palette knife off. I'm going to go with the Dyke brown, the dark sienna, a little bit is titanium white. A bit more titanium white. Roll of paint. Just lightly dab this on. You don't want to do too much. You want to keep some of the dark. Unlike with the mountains, this is more of a dab, pull, dab, pull. Okay. Again, right here. Dab, pull. We keep a little bit of more light on the tops, darker towards the back. Okay, because this is in shadow. Just like that. Now really, to help distinguish between the reflection and the rock, I'm just running my palette knife through a little liquid white. And you're going to create a water line. And you can do just straight across water line. Okay, you can just do it straight across. Dabbing like this. Or you put a little pressure to it. Zigzag it across. The more white you have, the more it's going to show, but you can always do less too. Try to push the water line up against the bottom. Up against the bottom. Just push it up there. Voila. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on my waterfall. Let's add some more rocks throughout our painting. Again, now these are going to be warmer rocks, so try not to add any. Oops. Dyke brown. Some more Dyke Sienna to my palette. Little roll of paint. Where do we want these rocks? I think having a rock right here, kind of cool. These rocks can be as big or as small as you want. They can be curved over, they can be pointed over. It is up to you. You can see, I hope you can see that this looks warmer than the one in the back. So these rocks are closer. They don't have to line up with each other. They definitely don't have to look like each other. And the more irregular these look, the better they do. More natural they look, really. We'll pull a little bit of this down to act as our shadow. Pull a little bit down, we're going to act as a shadow. I can't hardly see that one over there. That's okay. You'll see it when I put the highlights on. On a big old nice honking rock right here. Just put your rock on. Be mindful that you do have tape, so you don't have to put it too far down. This can go far across the canvas as you want. You need to have it stretch all the way across as a way to hold the water onto the canvas, or you can leave a little spot open. Maybe this is coming out. As I said, is this a river? Is this a lake? Little pond here in the middle of the mountain. Are we sitting on top of the world? Are we even on Earth? This is your world, your adventures. You decide where we're at. Try to put this in the corner because I do want them two in the corner because I want to anchor the painting. Kind of make points because kind of point in. We're coming in because this is focused, right? This is what everyone's going to see. And they don't have to be at the sides too. Maybe we have a little rock. It's chilling right here. Comes out like this. Another brush you can use is your Filbert brush, if you have one. Kind of helps you make a little more rounded. Pull the brush out. I just realized I did not pick up Van Dyke Brown. I picked up Midnight Black. But you know what? Happy little accidents. So this is Midnight Black mixed with our Alizarin Crimson, Dark Sienna. Another thing you can do that I still have trouble with, but you know, let's work on it together. I'm going to load up one side of our Filbert Brush with our Midnight Black and Dark Sienna mix. The other side with Titanium White. Titanium White mix. And this will give you instant highlights. Not bad. Clean that up with our water lines. Let's see. I don't want too many because I don't want to take away from this. Kind of. Voila. Use some what's up here. Okay, now I will pick up my Van Dyke Brown. And my Dark Sienna. Mix those two colors together, but we don't need 100% mix. We want them marbled. Same with some of this titanium white. A little bit more titanium white. Little roll of paint. And we're just gonna tap. Tap, tap. Oh no, come on. Okay. You know what? I know what we're missing. We're missing some titanium what? Why? Because a thin paint will stick to a thin paint. We do want these rocks that are over here to be a little bit darker, especially in the back side, because the light's all the way over here. Yeah, we got some light touching here. If you just need a little bit of paint, just use a little bit on the little tip here. Ooh. Excuse me. About to lose my canvas. Fall on the ground. Alright, so I'm going to stop fussing here. Clean off my palette knife. Again, try to keep your area clean. Alright. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to put water lines in. Haha! We'll get to that waterfall. Take my 1-inch brush. Pull to the side. Again, drag down. Clean the brush up a bit. Pull to the side. If you're not ready to do this, you don't have to. There we go. Clean the brush off. Okay, so we're going to go in with our palette knife again. We're going to add some water lines. So water just splashes up against these rocks. Pulls out. Okay, so just kind of just like scraping the knife through. I don't have a lot of titanium white yet on here, or liquid white. Just pull it across. Help anchor to the canvas. Then you want to make sure this is flat. Okay, hold your knife as flat as you can. All right. Basically, this is what you want to be perpendicular to the canvas. Add a little bit more white here. I think I'm going to go with my corner piece here. Oops. Let's frack it and get this little guy over here. And come back in here. Clean my 1-inch brush up as best as I can. Again, I'm not putting this into the paint thinner. I think I'll add some more stars. Knife over. Where did I put my knife? You probably see it on my screen, don't you? Nope. Okay. I'm not getting a lot. That's okay. I don't want a lot in the water. Alright. So now we're going to put our, what do we say? Our waterfall. Clean area here. Grab a little bit. Make sure I have a clean area for my titanium white and my liquid white. So I'm actually going to take this time to clean off my palette, which is just a board wrapped with not parchment paper. What's that paper called? Freezer paper. That's what it is. It is freezer paper. Nice if I had baby wipes, but I do not have baby wipes. Alright. I think I made a bigger mess than I needed to. That's okay. So we'll come back here, we'll grab some of our titanium white. Let's put our stuff down. Squeeze a little titanium white. Grab our liquid white again. Try not to make a mess. Now we want more liquid white than we want titanium white. Titanium white is just here to give this waterfall some body. So where's our waterfall? It's here. It's right here. Kind of see. Go out and down. Woof. Waterfall. Out. Whoop. Out. Whoop. Do you have to make the noises? Yes. Yes, you do. Whoop. Whoop. Take my fan brush, clean it off. Get as much of that paint off as you can. Now I see I can't see it because it's still making it look bright. Maybe you're like, oh, gee, stop it. I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap. Did I add too much white? Yes, yes I did. Am I trying to pull this off? Yes, yes I am. My cat is snoring. Trying to tap in, mystify this, but add some of this dark. Okay. So honestly, I added too much white right here. It just looks like a white blob. So I'm gonna pull some of this down. Miss this out. Miss this out. Cleaning my brush a little bit more. As clean as I can get it to get. Come back here and clean my knife. Come back with the same liquid white I've been having on my palette here. We're gonna have some more water lines. This is where the water is splashed, it's mist, and now it's pulling out. It really looks like it's pouring over. It's like it's pouring over from the bright light here in the middle. Come back in here with my 1-inch brush. Just want to soften this out a little bit. I know you can't see it here, but it does look a little bit stringy. Need my brush. Alright, I'm going to call this a finished painting. How about peel this tape off so you can see what it looks like. Got the border. Some things are easier said than done. If you have your hair, my tape is kind of stuck. And your palette knife. Get nice and clean. Easier done without gloves. Get my nails in there. You can add gesso, because this is covered with black gesso, to the whole painting. You can be like me and forget that you're doing a black painting. Pull you over just a little bit. comes your tape. Just does not want to leave your painting. Be careful with this part. Though I would recommend removing the tape before it dries. Because if you do it afterwards, it might be difficult to come off, which is saying something. Alright. So here is my finished piece. Let's bring you see my little stand. Or you can see me there you go. There is my finished painting. Alright, tell me what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Alright, well thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!